Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Kim-MacKinnon, and this is my journey on why I moved from Toronto to Vancouver. So I packed up my life in Toronto, my family, my career, my everything. People always ask me, why'd you do it? So today I'm gonna break down in this video exactly why I made the move. Real estate, lifestyle, and fitness. What this move has really meant to me and my family. I was born and raised in Toronto. I moved around a bit, moved to Mississauga, Etobicoke, Scarborough, and then I ended up living downtown in Toronto when I went to Ryerson University, also known as TMU now. I lived in downtown Toronto, to be exact, for the last 15 years. And what I love most about Toronto is the opportunity. My life took many turns, ups and downs, but there was always an immense amount of opportunity to make money and have growth in my career in Toronto. So Toronto has been blessed in that sense where you just have so many opportunities available to you because there's many businesses, there's many people. Things are happening in Toronto, so Toronto's a lot more lively in that sense. I love the diversity in Toronto. You name it, they have it. Restaurants, people, races, all the above. They have everything, an abundance of. Toronto has a ton of energy, and I love that because I'm a high energy person as well. However, I was starting to feel a little bit burnt out, and here's why. In Toronto, not to say that Vancouver is any better in that sense, where prices were just really high, but in order for me, with my situation, to make ends meet, I had to work. I was a full-time personal trainer. I was training for the first half of the day. I was training families, I was training at gyms, and then for the second half of the day, I was a full-time realtor. I was scheduling evening showings. I was placing in offers in the evenings, sometimes late hours of the night, and I was just working that double shift lifestyle, and it started getting to me. It was taking a mental toll on me and my family. I was feeling burnt out for sure, but it also left no room to breathe. It was very hard for me and my wife to, just go out and, just enjoy each other's company. And it was getting tough to, you just couldn't get a break, right? And we just had a daughter recently. My daughter's 2 years old now. So my daughter was getting, bigger, and, she needed more space, and she was getting more demanding in terms of what she needed as well. It was very apparent that I didn't have as much time to dedicate to my family as I would like. So for that sense, I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed. It was taking a toll on my mental health, and it was taking a toll on my marriage ultimately, right? So we had a babysitter at the time, and my babysitter had a death in the family. And that's when this whole situation to move to Vancouver came up. My wife was working full-time, I was working full-time, and we just had a huge demand. It was tough. Yeah, now I think about it, it was a very rough time. But anyways, when my babysitter had a death in the family, she moved back to Philippines, and now we had to take care of our daughter in addition to me working full-time and my wife working full-time. So it was definitely a huge strain on us, and we had to also maintain our work schedule. So we were just tag teaming it, and it was very difficult. So that's when this whole situation came up where, what about Vancouver? In Vancouver, we had a nice setup. We were closer to family. We had more help, but also the living conditions were a little bit better for a family setting. And we had more space. We were closer to parks and trails and playgrounds, and it was more peaceful. Lifestyle was a little bit more chill. And mind you, I was born and raised in Toronto. I never imagined myself moving out of Toronto, but thinking outside of myself as a family man, as a father, now that move made sense because I was looking out for the greater good of my family. So with that said, we packed up our bags and moved to Vancouver. But yeah, since we've been in Vancouver, it's been we moved in November of 2024. And now it is, as I'm making this video right now, it is just the beginning of May of 2025. And since we moved, my daughter has developed tremendously. I have a daycare up the street. She's loving the trails. She's loving the parks. She loves the space. It's just night and day compared to Toronto. Out here, people are more relaxed and people appreciate nature a lot more. As you may have known, people appreciate life a lot more here. Not to say they don't in Toronto, but out here they actually have the mountains to look at. They have the trees all around them, the green space, the clear air. It just makes a huge difference when you're raising a family. So since I came here, my wife, my daughter have been the indicators of why I made this move. And I'm so happy to say that, you know, we've settled in. We're tremendously happy. And yeah, we go for hikes all the time, trail walks all the time. I went mountain biking the other day. We go hiking up mountains. I went up Mount Seymour in snowshoes. That was a tremendous experience. I've never been known to be a nature guy, but that's just because in Toronto I wasn't really exposed to that, because Toronto is just all about the concrete jungle. Out here there's just a vast amount of greenery and nature, and it honestly makes you feel so at peace, but it also a lot makes you just go out more. So I love going out. I love playing golf. I love going out for hikes. I love, you know, going out. We live in Coquitlam, and in our backyard, we have Lafarge Lake and Town Center. And honestly, I've never seen a park so beautiful in my entire life. It's a huge lake, not a huge lake, but anyways, there's a lake, and it has a little trail around it. And it has tons of amenities. Like any sport that you're into, it has. It has tennis courts, it has basketball courts, it has a skate park, it has a little kids park, it has track and field, a football field, a soccer field. Any kind of sport that you like is there. And it's literally 5 minutes down the street, and it's beautiful. If you haven't checked it out, highly recommend you come to Coquitlam, check out Town Center, check out Lafarge Lake. It's gorgeous. And on a summer day, they have this ice cream shop there. They have an ice cream shop there, and best ice cream. It's honestly amazing, but great to bring your families. We go there quite often on family walks, and it's just beautiful. And that's just in our backyard. I took my daughter to the track, and she can run 800 meters, sprinting nonstop. But yeah, family life has just been so much better, and it's just confirmed why I moved to Vancouver for my family. So if you are growing a family or thinking of growing a family, Vancouver is definitely the space for families. It's definitely a better setting as opposed to raising your family in the concrete jungle of Toronto, which is what I tried to do. And honestly, I'm so happy I moved here. It's just night and day. You gotta come here to really witness the mountains, the trees, the trails, the forests. It's gorgeous out here. So honestly, been so happy ever since I moved here. So that's, yeah, in a nutshell, why I moved here. So mentally, I feel better. Fitness is really big out here as well. People love to go out. People love to be active, go for runs. Anyways, downtown Vancouver, there's a little 10K trail around the seawall. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's so epic. It's right around the ocean, and yeah, people go running all the time. People really focus on their fitness all the time. So my fitness journey has been amazing as well. I actually just made a home gym in my home, in my basement. I could show you how that looks like in a bit as well. But yeah, man, just like everything's just better here. So I have nothing but good things to say ever since I moved here. Starting your career from scratch though could be a difficult one. I just started in real estate 2 years ago in Toronto. So I'm relatively new to the real estate industry. And coming here from scratch has been a little bit difficult because I have no network out here. But thankfully, I joined a great team, the Align Group with EXP, and I'm working with John Sai and his team, and everybody's been so nice, very welcoming out here, and honestly, it's been very easy to transition. Despite having no network at all, I do feel like I have a little bit of a network because the team has been so helpful, and you just have so many resources. So very thankful for that. So that's definitely given me a bit of a boost coming here. I'm starting out pretty much my whole life from scratch. So that has been a great bonus as well. Also, fortunately, I have been in fitness for the past 10 years, and I was fortunate enough to land a spot at House Concepts as a boxing and strength coach. And as well, I work at Equinox downtown as a boxing coach and a strength coach as well. So that has helped me also, create some kind of network out here as well. So that came relatively soon as I moved here, and I've been very appreciative for that opportunity as well. Anyways, this is my first YouTube video. I was kind of nervous about putting this out. It was something that I always kind of wanted to do, but I just, lacked the direction, so to speak. So I just want to put this out there. I'm going to be making a series of my transition from Toronto to Vancouver, including, how I did it, what resources I pulled to make this happen, the costs, the drastic changes, etc. But I wanted to make this series in hopes to reach out to anybody who's thinking about making the move or in the process of making the move from Toronto to Vancouver. If you need anything at all, feel free to reach out to me, of course. I'm always available for you. You could book a call with me or just reach out to me on my social media. If you ever thought about leaving Toronto and moving to BC, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. I'll be making a ton of content starting now to help you make that decision. So feel free to reach out to me anytime. My name is David Kim-MacKinnon, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you soon.